I remember my friends, the old jazz musicians, Stepan Shakaryan, Martin Vartazaryan, and a lot of other famous Armenian jazz musicians. They said they were listening to Voice of America in the little radio and listening to jazz music.
Jazz has been an integral component of Armenian culture for the past century. As a genre was spreading internationally, Armenia was still under the iron fist of the Soviet Union. Under the Joseph Stalin regime, the consumption of jazz was pushed underground. Many Armenians had to turn to illicit radios and tune into American broadcasts to listen to the music. Arthur Aspirian, one of Armenia's most prominent jazz musicians and the director of archives at Armenian Public Radio, has dedicated the past 7 years to digitizing the history of Armenian jazz. He is one of the pioneers of preserving Armenian jazz history. Arthur's goal is to finish digitizing Arm Radio's collection before they celebrate their 100th year anniversary of broadcasting in 2026.
So I'm digitizing the tapes. We have about 127,000 tapes. 60% is classical music, 20% folk music, another 20% is jazz music.
Arm Radio was established in 1926 as a public broadcasting company. It houses the largest sound archive in the country. Along with magnetic tapes, their storage is filled with vinyls, CDs, biographies, music sheets, and photographs. Over a century worth of records and information from across the region and also the US.
I grew up next to the composer's house in Armenia. It's on Demircan and Proshan, a composer's house, and I was friends with the composers and composers' kids. I was spending a lot of time in their houses, and I was listening how their fathers and mothers writing the music, playing music, so I have a lot of friends.
The team uses specialized equipment shipped from around the world to convert the media into a digital form. One by one, each tape is transmitted to a machine that creates an audio file of the recording. After converting the physical media into a digital format, Arthur and his team can spend up to 2 to 3 days on a single track, scrubbing the audio and cleaning the quality before publishing it on a public domain.
It was my idea to make a website and application, so everything we digitize. We make this application, it's called Armenian Radio Archive, so you can download and you can listen for free.
While Arm Radio's collection is extensive, Aspirian says much of the detailed and more personal archives come from descendants of the musicians, or even from vernissage stalls selling Soviet keepsakes.
1 week ago, I found a very, very valuable archive from one of our most famous folk composers. His name is Urumshat, from 1917. His documents, his passport, his everything, his letters, everything. I found it on vernissage. I don't know who was selling it. The whole, 300 documents. And I opened it, I saw it's a treasure. We need this. And I bought it.
And adding to the collection isn't as easy as buying archives off the streets.
A lot of musicians, they keep a lot of important recordings in their houses, and I'm begging them to bring it here, and I digitize and I give it back to them. So I make public so everybody can listen. Everything you keep in your house, forget it. Someday you're gonna lose it, or they're gonna lose it.
Some prints of the photos in their collection can be seen adorning the walls of the building, which also houses multiple recording studios, event halls, and practice rooms for the Arm Radio Orchestra. For jazz musicians who enjoy jam sessions and experimental music, connecting with other artists is essential.
For musicians, when that connection is right, it's priceless.
They view the digitization of the archive as a key part in not just preserving the culture of post-Soviet Armenia, but also making it accessible and reusable for the next generation of artists.
But jazz is, for me, is freedom, is anti-stress, medicine. I don't know how to explain.